Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Black. Yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Spurs. The hunt. 180. Kill. Hey, we're good.
This is Thomas. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee And they'll take over at the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, flipper, flipper. Hey. Yellow, ready, send there, yellow.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get out.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
3 down. Black. Leave it.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Cousins on 1st down. Being chased out left. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake, Cousins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Wide. First. The hot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And an alley to run. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. So we come upon halftime here in this NF. We now proceed to the start of the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
Yeah, a little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, flicker.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And avoids the contact by sliding. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Harris. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
54, wide in. We're going to 54, wide in. There we go. Wide in.
Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Should go 46, 46. 46, 46.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide in. Here we go, 47, 47. 46.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Run, run. Oh, yeah!
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And his kick here is good. And that will make the lead now 26. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Rhino! Where's the hunt?
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Rhino! The hunt!
Play fake. Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A very solid gain of 27.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Black.
2nd down, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They start the drive with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Cook. Through an opening, and there he goes. Still fighting. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Prescott. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We're going. Let's go.
He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And now here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Look at this spin.
Balance.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now first carry for their fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
180. Quaker Omaha.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. One last shot now for Cousins. Under a heavy rush.